Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show for today, the 6th of July. It's exactly 2 minutes after 7 o'clock. I want to extend warm greetings to all the audience at the moment within and outside our borders. Good morning. Muy buenos días, compañeros. Un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. Bienvenidos al Sugar City Morning Show para hoy, 6 de julio. Y mañana ya habríamos terminado una semana. Qué rápido vuela el tiempo. Un saludo atento a todas las personas que se unen a esta transmisión. Muy buenos días, enviándoles saludos cordiales desde Corozal hasta Toledo y a aquellas personas que nos ven fuera de nuestras fronteras. Un gran gusto saludarles, compañeros. Hoy es un día más, es un día lluvioso aquí en Orange Walk, por decir, y ayer, hasta pena me dio, porque en realidad en el reporte del tiempo que se hizo ayer, pues no hizo mención de que tuviéramos tanta lluvia aquí en el norte, pero mamma mía, cómo llovió. Llovió y llovió. Ojalá que nuestros pronósticos del tiempo sean más acertados. Eso es mi ferviente deseo. Good morning. This is the general weather forecast for today, Thursday, July 6th, 2017, and this report was generated at 6 o'clock in the morning. The general situation, relatively moist and unstable conditions will continue to dominate our weather during today and tonight. And the 24-hour forecast, and here goes. Mostly cloudy with a few showers, isolated thunderstorms or periods of rain, mainly over northern and central areas today, then over the south tonight. Which one it is, I don't know. If it's going to be few showers or isolated thunderstorms or periods of rain, take your pick. The wind is blowing from the east 10 to 12. I'm being super critical this morning. Wind is blowing from the east at 10 to 20 knots. The sea stayed choppy to moderate. There continues to be the potential for flash flooding near rivers and streams in the south. Yesterday I was listening to the news at 6 o'clock, and the North Stand Creek River was again swelling, and there was a warning for Sarawi and Hope Creek. Let's hope that here in the north we're not forgetting it, because it's very possible that we do have, because yesterday we had a lot of rain. So let's watch our own backyard. So he says there continues to be the potential for flash flooding near rivers and streams in the south, and localized flooding in low-lying areas. The temperatures along the coast, a maximum of 87 degrees and 78 degrees as a minimum. Inland 91 as a high and 73 as a low. And in the hills, a cool 77 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 68 degrees as a low. The outlook for tomorrow, some cloudy spells with isolated showers or thunderstorms during Friday. Then a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, mostly over southern areas, Friday night. There is a high tide very shortly at 13 minutes before 8, and the low tide today at 3:07 in the afternoon, followed by another high tide at 9:32 tonight, followed by another low tide tomorrow at 22 minutes after 2 in the morning. The sun sets today at 32 minutes after 6, which is 28 before 7, and the sun rises tomorrow morning at 24 minutes after 5. The moon rises today at 4:37 in the afternoon and sets tomorrow morning at 9 minutes after 4. And we want to thank forecaster Michael Gentle for this information It was generated at 5:27, and we want to thank them for being at work from very early. Buenos días, compañeros. Un gran gusto saludarles de nuevo. Si se acaban de unir a esta transmisión, bienvenidos y un gran gusto. Gracias por su lealtad. Este es el reporte del tiempo para hoy, 6 de julio. Y la situación general, condiciones relativamente húmedas e inestables continúan controlando nuestro clima durante el día de hoy y por la noche. Para las siguientes 24 horas, nublado, bastante nublado, con algunos chubascos, tormentas aisladas y periodos de lluvia, esencialmente sobre las áreas del norte y del centro del país, hoy durante el día, y luego sobre el sur, hoy por la noche. Los vientos del este de 10 a 20 nudos, del estado del mar, agitado a moderado. Voy a brincar tantito y decirles de que existe todavía una alerta para la posibilidad de que tengamos inundaciones, flash flooding, en las áreas bajas, por decir, si vives en una área donde generalmente se acumula el agua de las serranías o de las montañas, o vives quizás cerca de la costa, ojo al Cristo, porque con la gran cantidad de lluvia que ha caído, es muy probable, no solo posible, pero muy probable que empiece a inundarse ciertas áreas. Y esto en particular en el sur del país. Ayer escuchando las noticias, me percaté de que el río North Stand Creek en Stand Creek está también de nuevo creciendo y que presenta una amenaza para las comunidades Sahrawi y Hope Creek en Stand Creek. Así que no solo hablemos de North Stand Creek River, hablemos también de aquí en el norte, donde ha caído bastante lluvia. ¿Okay? Yo creo que ayer cayó bastante y pesada la lluvia aquí. Así que ojo al Cristo con estas áreas. Si vives en un área donde es baja, por favor, ponle atención a esto. Temperaturas por la costa, una máxima de 87, una mínima de 78. En el interior del país, una máxima de 91 y una mínima de 73. Y por las colinas, una máxima de 77 y una mínima de únicamente 68 grados. Para mañana, unos periodos de nubosidad con chubascos aislados o tormentas durante el día mañana viernes. Entonces, nada más unos chubascos de tormentas aisladas, pero sobre el sur por la noche. Una marea alta hoy a las 7:47 por la mañana, una marea baja a las 3:07 minutos hoy por la tarde, otra marea alta a las 9:32 hoy por la noche, y luego otra marea baja a las 2:22 mañana por la madrugada. El sol se oculta hoy, compañeros, a las 6:32 minutos. Y el sol sale mañana a las 5:24 minutos. De igual forma, la luna sale hoy por la tarde a las 4:37 y y se oculta a las 4 de la madrugada con 9 minutos. Muchas gracias, Michael Gentle, y todo el personal ahí en Weather Bureau, y porque están ahí y siempre reconociendo su trabajo de esta gente, porque pues aunque a veces ojalá y fueran un poco más acertados, la neta, pero también hay que reconocer de que pues el clima es difícil de diagnosticar, y si no tienes esas computadoras sofisticadas como tienen los Estados Unidos, y aún ellos no lo pueden hacer perfectamente bien, porque pues estás tratando de compararte a la naturaleza. Entonces, si no tienes esas computadoras, pues lo hace bastante más difícil. Así que, sin embargo, hacen buenísimo trabajo haciendo el pronóstico para el país de Belice. Mis felicidades. Vamos a dar nuestras gracias a nuestros patrocinadores también, al señor honorable Gaspar Veiga, al señor German Veiga, al señor Eduardo Veiga del Benque, también A&Rs, también Derek Gillett de Gillett's Meat Market, también vamos a darle las gracias a la Immaculada Credit Union, también a Belize Tourist Board, Government of Belize Information Service, Aqualife Water, y ojalá ya no haya faltado alguno, pero si es que lo hice, mis sinceras disculpas. Cuando son las 7:13, compañeros, vamos a una pausa y regresaremos porque tenemos mucho que discutir. Vamos a esta pausa y volveremos.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Man, this 4G LTE really got me confused. Can you figure out how to buy my data?
Yeah, I know, right? And mine need to work as fast as I may expect it.
Man, listen guys, it's nothing complicated about Digicel 4G LTE. In fact, Digicel just made it easier to buy data. All you need to do is send a text message to 400. And in the body of the text, type the amount of data you like to buy. That's all. And you, focus your phone. You'd never get 4G LTE on this 2G bucket. You also need to have an APN. Why go down to a BTL office and get yourself a Digicel 4G LTE capable device. And until then, you will feel the rush.
Now who this bally by? Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillett's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longanisa, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Hello friends, the only place you'll get value for your money is at Rapidito Loans. At Rapidito Loans, you can shop for jewelry by carat, stoner style. A genuine jewelry from us makes the perfect gift for that special someone or a treat for you. Come and check our widest assortments of quality and affordable gold jewelry. And for all those last-minute urgent needs and unexpected bills, you don't have to worry no more. Rapidito Loans is the only quick and reliable solution for all those emergency needs. We provide more and better loans for your gold jewelry. So remember friends, great discounts on all gold jewelry. So come in and visit us at Orange Walk Town, number 4 Belize Corozal Road. Rapidito Loans, your number 1 money lending and jewelry center.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos compañeros de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Como siempre, el señor Robert Checky Usher nos acompaña por la mañana. Ante todo, buenos días and welcome to the show. Yesterday, just a quick. A lot of people were very, very upset because they were watching the Senate Select Committee meetings, and they go like that. In their impression, I don't know if it was born out of their political persuasion or not, and then conveniently, or maybe genuinely the people who were disrespectful. We're talking here about the presentations from Minister Boots and Minister Castro. Did you manage to see it?
I saw part of it. I never say Boots one, but good morning to everybody. My name is Robert Checker Usher with you right here this morning. Once again, it's a pleasure being here with No Measure, and we'd like to thank you all for always keeping it locked into this station. That's why we do our very best to be here every morning, prompt for you, to bring you your report, your weather report, your prayer in the morning, and also try to touch on some national and local issues here in our country of Belize. So once again, thank you all so much. Yes, Emmanuel, I saw part with Boots, with Edmund Castro.
Was he being overly defensive? Was he being? Tell me. What was your impression?
I think what happened is, I don't know. To me, it sounds and it seems like he was quite upset about something. I'm not sure it's because of the senator, Shabat from San Ignacio, that was questioning him, and that person is a standard bearer for the People's United Party as well. So Edmund felt like he was trying to do some little political twist on him. I believe.
So you think that he was not being defensive, but it was an abrasive kind of situation. You tell me something and I tell you.
Yeah, because at one point, Honorable Castro mentioned something to Mr. Shabat that why you not remember about your office, your political office, whenever they pay electricity bill and water bill, you hook up illegally or something, so like it become on a personal back and forth thing. But I don't know if it's because that senator is a standard bearer for the People's United Party as well in the Cayo. I believe it's in the Cayo North Division, no?
I don't think, I think that he went prepared to tell him all of these things.
You believe
know.
so?
I believe so. I would think that. Pardon. He must have said, if you mess with me, I will tell her that. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But do you believe that? Did you see any kind of signs of upset? Like Mr. Kasha was upset. Or
I did
was
not
what?
see the Senate, watch it
Oh, you never
yesterday.
see it?
I was, I was part of the afternoon at your radio station, and then in the morning I was out and about.
And the session with Mr. Kasha didn't last long, you know.
I'm sorry.
I think if it went for an hour and a half, that long is gone. Because
How much?
1 hour and a half, I believe.
Well, that's long to be, you know.
Well, because I hear when I interview some people at the whole morning, one person go the morning and one go the afternoon.
True.
You understand? But this one, when Mr. Kasha never last so long, and then they will ask about some papers that came out from his desk, comes from the desk of the minister. He was saying, well, anybody can make that paper. Anybody can make that paper. But
What about that paper?
you know, coming from the minister's desk, right? Like your letterhead. He said, anybody can make one of that. And he said, that could look like my signature, but I can't say that he signed it, and I can't say that my signature. But something that came up, that he said, I will never sign Edmund Clear the Land Castro.
That was on the news yesterday.
You know, and that was on some of the farms that they was talking about. But he was referring to, let's stick to what is in the Auditor's General Report. I know
Which he has a point there, you know, because I think that one of the stipulations of the whole investigation is you have to stick within the parameters of the report. That and you can either view this as positively or negatively, because some people are saying, but you can't. You have to consider other things that are related to it, so that you can put it into context, into a larger context. But I don't know if the Senate Select Committee has permitted for that to happen. I don't know, but I was. I'm just going to quickly go in here and says, as everyone was expecting, the Senate Senate hearings on immigration was filled with fireworks. Okay, and it even escalated to open hostility. Yeah, maybe you can say that. The hurtling of insults. There's even a Facebook page, a Facebook posting by one individual, and says that, borrowing what you just said a little while ago, that there should be a Senate Select Committee hearing on Senator Mark Lizarraga, because he supposedly, allegedly, sexually assaulted his maid, and that secondly, that they should investigate Michael Shabbat because he was having an illegal water connection.
You see,
I mean,
you see how far this thing gone?
You know what I mean?
You know, and then I don't believe that's the prerogative behind all of this, Emmanuel.
So he said,
go ahead.
And well, you know, he says, let me just quick. In the past, when we've encountered Castro, he is usually easygoing. And yes, I would like to say that I agree with that, you know. But yesterday afternoon, he certainly lost it when he publicly mauled the senators who were questioning him.
Mauled?
Mauled. Look at the word. Mauled.
That means what?
About the allegations they've heard in those hearings and in the Auditor General report on immigration. Throughout his testimony, he was confrontational. You give me one thing, I give you back. With more panta.
Yeah.
You know? But things came to a head when the senators challenged him on a list that they've been provided. This is where I'm going to. By former Immigration Director Maria Marin. It's that minister's list that she secretly compiled after she became concerned about the number of visa applicants that are being approved, usually accompanied by letters of recommendation for the UDP ministers. I guess one of the big things that they want to ascertain for sure is, did Castro get paid? He has flatly denied it and said, hell no, I did not get paid. I heard on numerous occasions, and even in last night's report, did you receive any money? Hello. I guess the question, yes, is valid, but do you honestly expect the man to tell you yes? Even if the lie, he's putting up a lie, do you honestly expect him to tell you yes?
There's no paper trail on that.
Not only that, but he realizes that maybe he can get away with whatever he says to the Senate Select Committee because he knows and he recognizes the fact that it's only to go in and talk about it, but there's nothing, unless the DPP and the police pick it up, then it's going to be followed up on. And it may just easily be that it won't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because see when we have this thing with this one with the stamp, they find the stamp at this person's house afterwards the case was thrown out. And those are crucial things as well, right?
Yes. So I'm working up to this section, ladies and gentlemen, so we can just go there. Honorable Mark Lizarraga, who is the business senator. Director Marin provided us with a list that she began compiling, and she's provided them to us for certain periods. I'm going to share with you the first list I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on the 17th of the 4th month, 2013. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Honorable Castro, visa approvals, ministers list, you were there. On the 17th of May, 2 Honorable Castro approved, by the way. Out of them, there was a notation beside the date, the name, the nationality, and whether they were approved, and which minister made the request to have those approved. On the 21st of May, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Honorable Castro again on the 25th of May, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 again on the 7th of June. Honorable Castro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are these many, Minister? Honorable Edmund Castro says, Senator, what part of the report are you reading from? He realized that that is something completely separate to what is within the report. It is obviously information provided by Maria Marin. You know what I mean? The former immigration officer. So Castro is claiming that, hey, that's not in the report, so you can't ask me about that.
And if that was there...
well, it couldn't have been there.
Huh?
It couldn't have been there because it's Maria Marin.
That's why what I'm saying, if that was there already, then the Auditor General would have put that in the report.
Obviously. Right? It says, Honorable Mark Lizarraga says, Honorable Minister, we have... And then Edmund Castro interrupted and says, I asked a question. Which part of the report? I don't see that at all in the report.
This comes right in on that, Emmanuel. This comes right in on that. That says here, it was not confrontational. All he said that he was not going to answer any question that was not in the report, and he stated hearsay and just hearsay. When you are charged with some common knowledge, so that is the same thing what you said, right? That's what this person said, right?
And the word confrontational use, I was borrowing it from somebody else, from the report I was reading, so it does not reflect my opinion, okay? I just want to clear that up. What part of the report are you getting that information from? It's not in this report. I can't answer to anything that is not in this report that I know nothing about. Honorable Mark Lizarraga, is it your position that if something is not in a report, that only covers a fraction of the period of time? Let me finish, Minister. Honorable Castro, go ahead, Senator. Honorable Mark Lizarraga, is it your position, Minister, that because the report, and please keep a little bit of patience, I'll get to you right now. Is it your position, Minister, that because the report only covers a fraction of the time period that certain matters that came to us before testimony we cannot ask question you on, is that going Is that going to be your position, Honorable Edmund Castro? I would like for you to stick to the report. Mind you, at this point I would like to say that he has a point, because the parameters of the Senate Select Committee is to analyze the report, the Auditor General's report.
But the
Or
co-chair,
what is contained in the report.
but the co-chair yesterday, she said that the senators have the right to ask you any question pertaining to immigration.
Well, I guess that then, in much the same way, the person being on the stand has the right not to answer.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Exercise.
Honorable Castro says, and while I can or cannot remember, the hearsay business, the Senate hearing will never finish if you are on hearsay. And this one leaked you, this one leaked you this one, and this one leaked to this one, and the one gossip that one gossip, and blah, blah, blah. I do not think that was the purpose of this hearing. Okay? If you continue to bring in and somebody give you that, and somebody said that even you are wasting the government and taxpayers' money, man.
You say, Emmanuel,
Does he have a right to take on that attitude?
but he carry papers, you know.
I'm not asking that. I'm saying, does he have a right to tell the people, the senators, that?
I believe so.
You believe so? Okay. Honorable Martha Zaraga, Minister, it's not somebody and somebody. This was a former director of the very ministry. Let me finish, Minister, please. This is a director, a former director, Maria Marin, who worked under your time as a minister, who made reports on you and other ministers that were securing approval for ministers. It said visa approvals, plural, minister list. Apparently this list was prepared so it could be sent to cabinet, but I can continue. 1, 2, and begins counting. I'm going through this verbatim so you all get the picture of what it was. Okay? 7th, again on the 17th of the 7th, and he goes on that there is another list to the amount of visa recommendations that Castro did. I'm not telling you that these were wrong. I'm just telling you that the amount of visa recommendations, because a visa recommendation is a visa recommendation, period. A passport recommendation, there's nothing like a bad recommendation.
Yeah, but like he said, after he recommended, he not follow up nothing, because he said like some of the people have to go through vetting with the police department, they have to go through vetting with.
Thank you. So I've always maintained that position is true.
Because not because Emmanuel give me one recommendation for go that some of his friends place I say please assist Mr. Usher with a job at your enterprise. That no means that they have to give me a job, right? All you are giving me is a recommendation.
Well, it's the duty of the ministers and representatives and so forth to give people recommendations.
Right. Yeah.
The point is, if the minister knows this person enough to give him or her a recommendation. I think that is, and many times they act wrongly when they give out recommendations to people who they barely know or not or don't even know. And that is when it comes into question.
But then it not happen only in cases like this. It happens sometimes a minister give a recommendation for somebody or help somebody like this in the political line, and when election day consider that person up on the next side. You understand?
I am not telling you that it happens only there. I'm telling you that that's when.
No, I'm just putting a comparison.
Oh yes, yes, and pretty much the same thing when people go in and say, and for approvals.
Sugar City Morning Show, hello. People like call for my cell phone. I don't tell them through the cell phone.
Put it on mute.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me continue. It has come to
Caller, please call back.
Senator, is that list in the report that I could have taken a look at it again? Castro insisting if in the panel report, because he's going to limit his discussion only to what's in the Auditor General's report.
And that is what he was sticking to.
Yes.
Sugar City Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Manuel. Good morning, Vicky.
Good morning.
Chicky, I have a complaint about yesterday. I think Chicky was there yesterday. I saw him, this is about where you will take out your board paper.
Right.
Yesterday, it was a crowd. Chicky was there, his side.
Yeah.
It was a whole crowd there. This whole crowd paid for express to get their board paper. It was already 3 o'clock and they stopped for 4 o'clock. We spent the whole day there. When the lady come out and say that 4 o'clock then stop work and the ones who get express get it. They have people that paid express from last week and up to now they don't get it yet.
But that's
so
not
why
express.
we will pay $30 express to get it the same day and people don't get it. We were there, Checky was there, but he moved early. But if he would have stayed, he would have seen it. Lots of people, the same crowd that was there in the morning, Checky, stayed in the evening for their express. And you can get it common.
So you pay.
You get one, then take out one board paper, then they go back again. In 20 minutes, 30 minutes time, they come out with another one. Come on, this is not right. I mean, they pay express in half an hour, they will come with one board paper and tell you, asking for your name. I mean, no, this can work. Checky was there, but I would have wished that he could have stayed and see what is happening there. It's not a lie. He was there, he saw the crowd, and that same crowd was there in the evening, 1 o'clock waiting for the express.
Did she pay the express?
So
or
you
did she-
paid
Yes,
for
we pay for the express. I will start to reel
And when you pay for the express,
when we start to reel up, the lady said, give me your name, and then we give her the name, and she got look for it. You can't reel up and give you something.
so did you get your board paper?
Yes, but lots of people didn't get it.
Okay. Was it the first time you went there? I mean, or do you know of circumstances where people paid for their express
People
service?
were real thing. People were quarreling that they don't pay it long time, and they
Okay,
don't get
that
it
answers
yet.
my question.
You know, this is what is happening there. I don't know what is wrong. You have to give them money make them give you extra money to give you a board paper. Hurry? No man, that doesn't work for your thing. Express $30. They need to do something right there. Please. Checky was there and he saw the crowd. So that's why I'm
I
calling.
guess. Tell you what. Thank you.
So what
Thank
happened
you.
is, Emmanuel, I got check on this thing because somebody tell me about it, right? But what happened is, you see, when you apply, like you go right there to the hospital, right there to the Orange Walk, right? Then got a statistic unit right there. So when you go register the birth of your child. So that needs to be entered in the system. I want to enter into the system, then you go to Belize. And when you go to Belize, you have to reach him a certain time that you will be able to get the express. And sometime when the people, I don't know if they not vet that thing before and say, okay, if this is in the system or it's not in the system, but sometimes they don't new registration. Sometimes you just want to go apply for a birth paper, but then they have to do research. And maybe they do the research and something never come up, or something wrong, some spelling wrong, and maybe they try to verify it, but I don't know if this is explained to the people. Because when was it, Tuesday morning, we right after the hospital, we did it for 8:30 in the morning, we come out 11:30, right at the hospital.
Let me ask you another question. Do you feel that? Do you believe that it's right that they should be taking this long? On just a simple matter.
What happened is, Emmanuel, you see, register of births, deaths, marriages, and so. A lot of people do it out district, but they only have one main office that produce these documents, and it's the main office in Belize City, because they don't produce what board paper right there, that orange wax. So even after you register, like how we register right there, you still have to go to Belize, go apply for the board paper. When you go to the office pack. The office pack with a lot of people. And you know, anyway, you find some people who got some attitude, you know. Like this lady said, some people had to reel up, make them get it. But why does it have to reach that point that you have to reel up, then you can get it? So if you never reel up, you don't get it? I don't know if there's a shortage of personnel, if it's a system.
I think the whole system needs a review, which I mean, the first question, do you necessarily need to wait so long to get one board paper?
What happened is,
I understand the crowd, but even if when your turn comes and then they go check and it says fulanito, de tal y tal, then it comes to Robert Checky Usher. And he said, oh, he can look for board paper. And then, does it require, isn't it simply a matter of looking into the computer? I may be wrong, but looking into the computer and doing a couple of checks, printing, and does it require that it lasts half an hour? 10, 15 minutes, man, for God's sake. So you cut the time in half.
Well, that's what we believe is supposed to be, that they have everything in the computer. Okay, Robert Checky Usher, okay, this is it, and we print your board paper because everything come out as print, the type in your name and everything, and you're supposed to print it out and you're supposed to read it, no?
Exactly.
That's what we believe. Maybe it's not so. Maybe it's more than that. Hello, good morning.
Porque nosotros estamos allá desde las 7. A las 8 abrieron la oficina y a las 9 empezaron a atender. A las 11:30, a las 12 es la última hora para que tú pagues para un board paper. Después de las 11:30, a la 1 te dicen que regreses para conseguirlo. Pero te das a las 4 de la tarde y no lo consigues. Yo soy de San José y agarré el
Okay, pues otra la misma persona. Aparentemente eso es un problema
See, what
severo.
happened is, Emmanuel, how the system works. This express thing is not, just as a privilege. They're not like something, but it's there. You could do it. So, but then if you make you get express, you have to put in your farm before 10:30. Before 10:30. If you that farm not going before 10:30 and you go pay for express, it doesn't mean that you won't get it. Then up to 11:30, you could request a one-day service. Well, one-day service is not today, you know. A one-day service, you get it in 1 day's time, so you get it tomorrow. You understand? But the express said that you could come and pick up between 1 and 4. But if you know, if your thing not going before 10:30, you know might get it. And they have a lot of agents go to their place with about, cause they got agent, right? The agents there too. They are must about 5 different application or 5 different board paper. You know, they have the long ones, the previous ones, but now it's a square flat one. Then they apply for this one, they apply for that one, they apply for this one, they apply for that one. They charge people a leave fee and they go on and get it. But that is the way the system is set up.
Okay, I understand that. I guess it's just the whole place is just overloaded with work, and they need to put in more staff, get a much larger place, put in more staff, and do something for the internally for their procedures and so forth to quicken this thing up. I don't see any reason why you have to wait. So, but it's a problem with people who live in the districts.
Because the office service the whole country.
Exactly. So if you live way to hell, Bacayanda, and you have to catch 2 buses to get there, and it turns out that, hey, you don't got a pile of money in your pocket, you know?
But then you don't have to pay that express, you know.
I know, but good Lord, how long you have to wait then?
But like somebody will go away from PG. It's worth for them to pay the express, because if they have to go back to PG and make one next trip to come back,
it's going to be more expensive.
Yeah, that's more.
Maybe go back to cash.
We need to take a break.
Yes, we need to take a break
then we
before
come back,
that.
and then it's 14 minutes away from 8 o'clock, folks. We take a break, and we want the back when they come back.
Buster.
They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize.
This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
This house got Wi-Fi or what? Buy you to worry about Wi-Fi, we come for party. You only live once. You've got to live in the moment and make the most of each time, because once it's gone forever. That's why I love my Digicel 4G LTE mobile data.
Hey, you know the Wi-Fi password?
I am always connected. I can share my memories with everyone. They always know what's happening.
You know who hosts this? You got a Wi-Fi?
Not have to be like Bale here and they try thief Wi-Fi. With Digicel 4G LTE, you can share whatever you want, whenever you want. You never have to wait for Wi-Fi.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
What? Finally I get Wi-Fi.
Party done that.
The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Hallover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Greetings, esteemed members, owners of La Immaculada Credit Union Limited. It gives us great pleasure to announce that LICU will be holding its consolidated 67th and 68th Annual General Meeting on Saturday, July 22nd, 2017 at the Muffles High School Auditorium located on San Andres Street in Orange Walk Town. We cordially invite all members owners of Liku to join us as we share our financials, developments, and endeavors, including the declaration of dividends for both the fiscal years 2015-2016 and 2016-2017. As always, your presence and active participation at this very important first ever consolidated session is of essence, for your valuable input and awareness are necessary as we continue moving forward to safeguard your interests and hard-earned investments for the sustainable growth of our credit union. We strongly encourage you to be on time to have the opportunity to win exciting punctuality and attendance prizes. Kindly bring along your passbooks. Snacks and refreshments will be served at the end of the business sessions. Once again, copies of the minutes of our 66th AGM are being made available at both our Orange Walk and Belmopan offices in order to allow you the time to review before the meeting. We thank you for your kind patience in allowing us the time to finalize our processes for this highly anticipated meeting. Looking forward to seeing you there. La Immaculada Credit Union Limited, your road to financial prosperity.
Tienes 8 cilindros. Eres adrenalina disfrazada de aleación de aluminio a 8000 revoluciones por minuto.
Así como así. ¿Será el cigüeñal?
Una limpieza de inyectores y un cambio de aceite. Vas a correr con libertad, campeón.
Los que entendemos al motor como si tuviera voz, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Ahora distribuido por German Vega & Sons. Búsquelo en su tienda favorita.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. A little while ago, we were leading up to the part of the discussion, not discussion, about the inquiry between Edmond Castro and Honorable Mark Lizarraga, and we had to do something else. Obviously, we got a call dealing with another issue, and we went off track a bit, but almost to the point.
We got a juicy part.
The lead juicy part, yes.
Like we hear it there.
The juicy part that says Honorable Edmond Castro. After just to give you a quick report, Honorable Mark Lizarraga was saying, see, I have so many. I have these report of that you made so many recommendations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for one day. So much for one following day. And then it says, Edmond Castro asked, Senator, is that list in the report that I could have taken a look at it? Again, insisting if it's not, if in the report we will discuss, if it's not, you can't. Then Honorable Mark Lizarraga says, it has come to us through testimony of a former director minister, so we have every reason to believe that it is credible, and I think that we have every right to ask you about it. So, Minister, again, did you know of this list? Honorable Edmond Castro, smiling, imagine it, says, Senator, when your maid accused you of sexually assaulting her, the police report, was that true? Was that true? Honorable Mark Lizarraga says, Minister, Honorable Edmond Castro, was that true? Insisting. Honorable Mark Lizarraga, no, sir. He actually answered, no, sir. Honorable Edmond Castro, well then, behave yourself and stop asking me to behave yourself. I got a laugh and a half. Yeah. Well, behave yourself like Picty. Behave yourself, Picty. Oh, God. Oh, God. You there with me?
Yes, man, I'm there with you.
Good. So he says, but then behave yourself and stop asking me things. Honorable Barclay Zaraga says, but I answered to it in court and it was proved to be false, Honorable Barclay Zaraga. He's not interested in listening. He's saying, and I'm trying to figure out why Barclay Zaraga says, but I answered to it in court. You don't have to bite his line, his bit, Barclay Zaraga. You know, so he's defending himself now.
So like
the one who is doing the inquiry is accused, and now he's defending himself. He says, but I answered to it in court, and it was proved to be false. So, Minister, he's not interested in listening. He's saying, Honorable Edmund Castro, just like you're not interested that your maid make the police report. Minister, we're not here for that purpose. We're here to respond to these. This is Honorable Elena Smith. Honorable Marcus Zaraga, I dealt with it. Minister, there is no need to be personal, but that's fine. You've had your say. You've done what you've accomplished. I've answered you, but back to this, Minister. Did you know of this list? No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. That's what he said. No, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, but you know, after all of this thing in the go around,
was that necessary?
After this thing like that, I feel like they must have caution this minister and call him back again, you know. Because I believe what they expected to have got out of the minister, they never get.
Of course they don't.
They never get it.
Of course they don't get it.
You know.
And they will not get it because from the very first beginning, if there's a not, you know, that they well understood the limitations of the Senate Select Committee.
Yeah, and the minister was basing on the auditor's report. What's in there? He's saying no, the answer for nothing else, no kind of hearsay or this one say or that one say.
And we can go on and go on, and some people find it funny, some people find it disgusting,
and some find it, yeah, minister, you do good.
Yes, and some feel it. You take your pick.
Yeah. How boots? You got boots there? Make us still boots. Or you got boots? Boots we got in the morning.
Actually, I may not have boots at this moment. Yes.
You got boots.
He's there.
Why was Boots called to this?
Like I said, I did not listen to the Senate Select Committee.
I believe why he was called. I think there is one recommendation in the auditor's report, if I'm not mistaken, of Boots. But then I believe the most thing why he was called was because of the testimony of Mrs.
Alvarine Burgess.
Where he said something about a brothers in a white car and drop off some document or so, no?
Let me go in. It says, so, see, I think this came on before Castro.
That was the morning session.
Yes. Martinez took the morning session. And though he was the better behaved of the two witnesses, he was very intolerant of any questions related to Alvarine Burgess. Honorable Elena Smith, Labour Civil Society Senator, you are aware that Miss Alvarine Burgess appeared before this committee a few weeks ago, do you? Honorable Boots Martinez says, yes, ma'am, but I'm also aware of Miss Alvarine Burgess coming before this committee, Madam Chair, but I am asked to deal with what is in this report as regards to where my name is called in this report. So maybe you could refer me to the page of which Miss Alvarine Burgess name has been called or named in this report, and then we move forward.
That's what he was referred to the page in the auditor's report? Okay.
Yes.
But
remember that what he's saying is that that Miss Alvarine Burgess's comment or testimony is not included in the Auditor General's report. So he is there to discuss and to answer questions
based on the report.
The Auditor General's report. So if that can be construed as part of the report or not is a totally different question. So at the end of the day, he says, well, if Ms. Alvarine Burgess' report is in the Auditor General's report, so tell me which page and which paragraph it is so I can refer to it.
Make a find the page.
Make a find the page. All right? So he says, so maybe you could refer me to the page of which Ms. Alvarine Burgess' name has been called or named in his report, and then we move further from there. I am prepared to answer question on what is in the report. I am not prepared to answer any question or on hearsay evidence or no person that is not in the report. It's obvious that he gets legal advice. It's obvious that he has read through the parameters of the what you call it.
The man prepare himself.
And he must have said, well, they can't ask you anything about what is not in something that is not in the report. Lawyers would like to argue that it may not be in the report, but it's part and parcel of the whole package.
It's relevant to what's in the report.
Thank you. But I'm not going into that. The matter of the testimony, Ms. Burgess, Minister, is quickly interrupted. She is not in the report, so I will not answer any question about that. So I tell you straight, I will not. Honorable Elena Smith, let me finish. Then you respond. Yes, ma'am. And Elena Smith, I'm saying that the testimony of Ms. Burgess, in her testimony, she implicated you. And I would think that you would want to clarify your name. And so far, actually, she's playing smart, right? And so for that matter, then we would want to give you the opportunity to clarify what she said about you. Here. Okay, Honorable Anthony Boots Martinez says, put it this way. Let me put it to you that I am not here to clarify no name, you know. I am not here to clarify my name, you know. Like I said to the media, every day my name is being tarnished wrongfully. What could you do? Apart from that, I am here before this commission to answer what is in the report about me. I don't see, maybe you could refer me to Ms. Alvarine Burgess where she's in the report or any other thing. No former Minister of Government, no immigration officer, no Auditor General, nobody apart from writing in her report, nobody that gave testimony before whose name appeared. Honorable, I didn't understand that too well. I'll keep Honorable Marshal Zaraga, in my view at least, and I'm not counsel, we have every right to ask you these questions whether you want to. Honorable Boots Martin says, I think, and I'm not finished, Minister. He says, just let me sponsor. You said you have every right. I think you have none. Because as far as I am concerned, nothing in this report, I see nothing, don't see anything here about Miss Alvarine Burgess. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So, he insists and he says, no. You never ask me anything about what some ladies say. Well, no, they're in the report.
And he stood firm on that.
So he says, make your questions pertinent and relative to what's in the report, because the rest is hearsay.
So the Special Senate Committee expected to get a lot out of these two testimonies.
I don't know if they expected. I think that they wanted to, but I don't know if they expected to get it. It would have been highly optimistic to get to think that you would be getting anything out of Boots or out of Castro.
Because if they would have gotten anything out of them that they wanted to hear to go on the record, then they can continue and move to a different phase. But right now, as it is, we're back to square one again.
Like I said, this whole exercise is revealing of the inadequacies within the system, which means that the way it was set up where you cannot, I don't know if it should be done any different or it can be done every different. And it even questions the reason why you'd have a Senate Select Committee meeting inquiry. But at the end of the day, there are limitations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are limitations.
But I always ask the question, Pa, that you believe if these sessions were not televised, if they would have gotten better results.
A good question. I don't know. I think that at the end of the day, perhaps it would be, let me see, perhaps it would be the same, because you see, the point that is that it is being televised, although it's important, I don't think it's as important as getting to understand the limitations of the Senate Select Committee. In other words, they are there to listen, to hear evidence, not to charge you, not to take you to court. They cannot do that. It will depend on Director of the Public Prosecution and the police to follow up on those cases. It's obvious that you can also, at the Senate Select Committee, you can be the object of embarrassment. You know what I mean? They can embarrass the hell out of you.
But they have the right to summons you to go there.
And they have the right to summons you. And it may seem almost like, as if, boy, you have to go up front of the Senate, you have this and this. Tighten up. But they have understood that they go there within, and they understand quite well that everything that the Senate Select Committee is going to discuss has to be within the parameters of the Auditor General report, and if it's not in there, they don't answer any questions. So, can it be revealing of the way it was willfully orchestrated that way, or can it be that it's just borrowing from other countries as the way they do their Senate Select Committees? Can it be that this was thought out from the very beginning to be that way?
Well, it looked like on the Senator's side, they never figure that this thing will go in this way it went yesterday, because at one point, the senator that represent the churches, what's his name?
Yes.
Senator Rock. He said, look, I better we call off this thing today, I said, make we close this thing today, because this don't go nowhere. We're not getting
I think that despite the comments of some people and the willingness to interview and so, he must have realized that it's a frustrating effort. It's not going nowhere.
Yeah, this one says, Emmanuel, morning, watching the show, fully agree with ministers or anyone not to answer testimonies made by Mrs. Burgess, whose name isn't in the Auditor General report. This is somebody else's opinion.
But it's correct.
But what if
I'm not telling you that it's right. I'm telling you that legally within the parameters of the Senate Select Committee hearing, it's only what is in the Auditor General report that you're supposed to be discussing. You understand me?
But remember also some testimonies that was given from some previous one.
So can that be incorporated and thought as if it's part and of the Senate of the Auditor General report?
Because that's the reason why these people were called in. Not only because their name was in the Auditor General's report, because Ms. Burgess' name never in the Auditor General report, but she was called there because of previous person who went and testified and called her name. You understand? So maybe what she have mentioned or other persons that have been there, he said, okay, this is a follow-up, so we need to do this, we need to call this person because he name call. You understand? But like you rightly say, and what the ministers and say, this is not in the report, so I know I follow with this. And they want to be like the person who put that no kind of credibility. So don't question me nothing about that. Right? So
some people are saying actually happened is another
because
question.
if what I'm getting at you, if you got the real information, and then people will watch out here, so people say that, okay, this sound like correct what this person said, but that part sound like lie. So how you believe that you have figure, okay, that part correct and my part sound like lie? Why leave it at like and then the part where you say correct? Say, morning, check it, this time Miss Lam that believes I'm watching you on TV. Good morning, Miss Lam. Mr. Martinez, he's not my boss. So he buy food for me every day. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man, sir. Please go on.
I think I called women, they're in the please go on. Only to us to really
I'm glad when people call, and I'm glad when they got a TV, all out, and people go past and hear, you know, but kindly just lower the volume and leave it when you call. You still not hear, you know. You still not hear because, you know, we got to lead delay.
What did he say about Senator Rock?
I couldn't understand it because the feedback was louder than his voice.
Can you, if you want to, can you kindly call back, because I know you're speaking into the phone, but lower the volume of the television because we didn't hear you. All we heard was a loud noise. There's a feedback.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning, please.
You are on there. Go ahead.
Morning, Chicky.
Morning.
Morning, Chicky.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Martinez.
Good morning to you. ¿Cómo estás? How you doing?
Bien, todo bien.
Me alegro. Have a conversation with us. Don't worry about what you hear on the TV. Talk to me.
Ay, claro, comunicado usted chequeado, que watch right now. So, I listen to music.
The who is?
Check it, this is Miss Lam.
Oh, for Belize City, right?
Yes.
Alright, good. How do you understand that city this morning?
Yes, man. Where are you in the Netherlands?
Alright, well, thanks for watching and spread the word that the Sugar City Morning Show is on, alright?
Alright, darling, enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Alright, bye.
All the way from Belize City, Miss Lam, good morning. Thanks for always being in tune. Emmanuel, this lady, you know, called for past no comment, you know, he called and she's so happy that she's seen the show. You know? Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Yeah, that's really difficult to deal with.
Disculpa que tenemos que presionar el botón aquí, pero cuando llamen, les pedimos, les rogamos, por favor, reduzcan el volumen de su televisor. ¿Por qué le pedimos? Que porque cuando ustedes llaman con el volumen alto, nosotros no podemos tener una conversación con ustedes, porque lo que se escucha es simplemente un ruido sobre tu voz. Es un feedback que sucede, ¿ok? Simplemente le pido reducir el volumen para que podamos tú y yo tener una conversación.
And thank you so much.
Y gracias.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Yes, sir.
De nuevo, la misma cosa.
Yeah. Well, just you say when you call, if you don't lower your television, just move away from the television and go outside and don't listen to the television. Listen to us on your receiver, on your telephone, and you'll hear exactly what we're saying. You know, can't take calls by the cell phone, but 302-2170. Just please reduce the volume on your television. All right, I'd like to say good morning to Miss Myrna Usher and Brian and the rest of the crew in Belize City. Good morning, all the best to you all. I don't know why do they feel like Friday. Do they feel like Friday to you, Pa? You still like Thursday?
No, today. Well, hopefully it's not Friday yet because I don't know if Friday comes so fast. This is 1 week I don't know if Friday comes so fast.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Why is it that those people don't understand to lower their radio?
Yes.
Why they can't understand what you're saying, Mr. Martinez?
Yes, we are requesting people to please lower the volume of the television sets.
Yes, but they need to lower the television.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Lower their television, they can't afford to send me ideas.
So when you lower television, you could hear we good, right?
I am hearing you very, very good.
Yeah, and we'll hear you good too.
Yes, but they don't understand this.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so sad that then they call in and once they're calling to talk to you, but you cannot hear them because they're not lowering their television.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. So you see how clear we hear a lady just now, and she hear we clear because when she call, as you dial, no wait for hear up on the television. If we answer, as you dial, you can lower your television, mute it or cut it off, and you hear we right in on your phone. When time we answer and we are here, you good have a conversation. We can go on with the conversation. No kind of hassle. But if somebody else want to watch it and then they know why you lower it, then you just go outside or go in a room and talk fine in there, so you don't have the feedback. And no worry about the audio on the television set. Hello, good morning, Universal. Martínez.
Lo digo 5 veces, aquí estoy.
Martínez. They want to talk to you.
I'm listening, but he doesn't say anything.
Yeah. Anyway, it's 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, Emmanuel.
Yes,
so
let's
take
take a break.
And then we'll be right back. If you don't want to call during the break, or the call, then we'll explain to you how to conduct your call, all right? Let's take a break.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macal River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped.
The first 2 phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first 2 phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Man, this 4G LTE really got me confused. Can you figure out how to buy my data?
Yeah, I know, right? And my name to work as fast as I may expect it.
Man, listen guys, it's nothing complicated about Digicel 4G LTE. In fact, Digicel just made it easier to buy data. All you need to do is send a text message to 400. And in the body of the text, type the amount of data you'd like to buy. That's all. And you, focus your phone. You'd never get 4G LTE from this 2G bucket. You also need to have an APN. My wife, go down to a BTL office and get yourself a Digicel 4G LTE capable device. And until then, you will feel the rush.
Now who is Balia by? Get jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longanisa, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos, compañeras, de vuelta a esta edición del Sugar City Morning Show. Hemos estado hablando acerca de la reacción de los dos ministros que atestiguaron frente al Senate Select Committee, donde se le está haciendo preguntas acerca de su envolvimiento acerca de el escándalo de migración. Es más, quieren determinar con certitud si es que esos ministros estaban envueltos en algún chanchullo, por decir, si es que recibieron dinero. Es obvio que esta gente, estos dos ministros, pues ya se dieron cuenta, se percataron, así han sido listos y astutos, y han determinado de que pueden ellos insistir de que la discusión sea limitada simplemente a lo que es contenido en el reporte de la auditora general. Cualquier otra pregunta fuera de ese contexto no es permitido. Entonces están usándolo todo a su conveniencia. Así pienso yo. ¿Ok? Así pienso yo. Ahora, yo te diría una cosa, que pues también, si no saben, no saben. Si es que no es cierto, no es cierto. Pero, ¿qué tal si sí? ¿Y qué tal si eso es una posibilidad? Estoy tirando. ¿Qué tal si sí? Pero nada más están utilizándolo convenientemente para no hablar de ello. Eso es la pregunta del día. ¿Están diciendo la verdad? ¿Sí o no? Se supone que sí. Se supone que sí. ¿Ya me entiendes?
Right.
Pero compañeros, hablando acerca de otro tema, es con mucho ira que vi ayer como Belice fue descalificado, no descalificado, pero penalizado, y hasta cierto punto indebidamente, por las agencias de Codicader, simplemente porque Belice no ha podido o no va a poder ser anfitriones a los Juegos Codicader, y por eso han decidido prohibir a nuestros atletas poder participar en los Juegos. Yo creo que está mal eso. Vamos a tomarlo.
Hello, good morning, show. Hello, good morning.
Aló, Alfonso.
Ya, tienes que bajar el volumen de tu radio. Hello.
Yes,
yeah. Codicader.
It says, where is... It's Codicader, you know, is a Central American Central American organization where people from within the Central American
Hello,
region.
good morning.
Benedicto Osorio. Aló.
Tienes que bajar el volumen de tu radio o tu tablet y donde está escuchando. Hello.
No dicen nada más, solo a decir que...
Yeah, go ahead.
This year, scores of young Belizean athletes will be disappointed because Belize is being sanctioned. Basically, we won't be able to participate.
What are we sanctioned?
Sanction is that you won't be able to participate.
What is our sanction? Why?
The sanction is because Belize was supposed to have. We're getting that right now, and the reason why usual no money not there, except it's not that there isn't enough money to send a contingent. The problem is Codicader is asking the government to host the Codicader Special Athletes Competition. Remember that last year we had the Codicader games here,
Right.
but at least some were hosted in Belopan, some in
City,
and
and
in
some
the
here.
city, and then some of the other disciplines were hosted in another country.
Yeah. And the closing was held here in Orange.
Right. So now the Codicader is asking the government to host the Special Athletes Competition, and government is saying, "I don't got no money to do that.
I can't afford that.
I can't afford that." As a matter of fact, we just to recover from last year winning about, I don't know how much money was spent, $700,000 and so forth.
What?
I couldn't believe it when I heard Patrick talk about it, about how we don't have any money to do that. Yes, you have certain limitations, but it's not often, Mr. Faber, that you host a Codicader Special Athletes function.
Yeah.
So, but then again, well, no, let me just finish with this, what you call it. He says the government does not have the money for it, and because of that, event organizers are expected to ban the Belizean athletes. The question I'm saying
So
is,
because we
why ban the Belizean athletes if just because the government doesn't have any money? Why not permit them to go ahead and participate? Can it be perhaps that This thing has arisen years before, and they're asking Belize to do this, and Belize just very simply denies and says, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it, until, you know.
I was expecting to hear that Belize don't have the adequate facilities. That was what I was expecting to hear. I wasn't expecting to hear that we not got money for it, because it shows that last year we had some Kader games here in Belize, so it showed that okay, Belize is qualified for us to go and for Belize to host. So Panapa they were set, and we say how the determination in the youths when they were playing at the multipurpose complex, right, Emmanuel? And but so that why, but
I don't know how much of a financial strain that will be, if it's $1 million or $2 million, I don't know. But I
don't see the reason why they should have banned athletes, though.
Thank you. That's what I agree with. I agree with you with that. But I believe that at the same time, I remember when I was in Rotaract, and we used to go abroad for, at that time Rotaract was, we were a part of the District 424, not like now that has 40-40 and 40-50. Since then, it has been split in two.
Rotaract and Belize was...
You remember when we had a conference here at the, it was then Barron's Hotel, now what is the Star Victoria Hotel. We had approximately 120 odd people. But before we get to that, we used to go to Panama, and go to Costa Rica, and go to Nicaragua, El Salvador, and Guatemala, and Honduras. And then everybody say, ¿Y cuándo vamos a Belice? ¿Y cuándo vamos a Belice? And we used to always say, pobre Belice, no tenemos hotel grande para ponerles, no tenemos esto, no tenemos el otro. Tuvimos que empezar a pensar en diferente forma. Tuvimos que confrontar el reto. Tuvimos que, sobre todo, asumir la responsabilidad, porque todos tuvieron su turno. ¿Y por qué diablos nosotros no? ¿Ya me entiendes?
Yeah, true.
So you have to understand it that way. Other people, when you go there and you go to these conferences, somebody has spent thousands or perhaps millions of
like
dollars.
when a country hosts a World Cup or an Olympics, they have to get that
Exactly.
capital.
So it was time for us to do it. So finally we did it for the first time, and it went off with a bang.
It was good.
You were there.
Yeah. Juntos realicemos un mejor mundo or something like that.
Mejor. He was the one who did the music to the song.
It was authored by myself and Jose Magana with the help of your sister, right? Because she bring the lyrics, and so these are the lyrics I want in it. But then you all try to put the tune in, and you know we're working at Enacom, Juntos realicemos, and then we get
Juntos realicemos, something like
try
that.
hold up and leave it right there. Now you gotta cut
But it was good. My point I'm mentioning this is very simple because
where there's a will, there's a way.
There is a will, there's a way. And also, we have to come up. We have to assume our responsibility and our role in the region. And you can't expect everybody to do everything for us, you know? So, like I said, we were always complaining, like, no, we don't got no money, we can't do that, we can't do that. And then it turns out that we had to do what we had never done before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had to raise funds, we had to beg, we had to do so much. But we did it. We've done it. Now, it's not such a big deal.
Yeah, when then there are things called a country, like a profile for your country as well, you know, Emmanuel, into tourism, into people getting to know your country, take back the good news. These thing comes on international press and say, it says Belize. Está bonito. Vamos a Belize.
And also those people who participate are the ones who go back to the countries and say, wow, what a fine time. I remember those people who we were taking a boat ride up to Keith Chapel. And we had dolphins following us in a clear blue sky, you know, and it was beautiful. It was idyllic.
And I know that was very entertaining for the visitors.
And everybody go like, what, delfines? And que Miami, Belize, Belize. You know what I mean? And it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pero, ojalá y tengamos un cambio de postura. Ojalá y que algún día podamos asumir nuestra posición, nuestro rol, nuestra responsabilidad dentro de la comunidad centroamericana y poder ser los anfitriones y huéspedes a estas actividades. Ojalá y podamos un día dejar de decir no hay dinero, pero si no hay, pues no hay, pero priorizar.
Yeah.
Y
Qadir is for the young youths, you know.
yeah, well, yes, I do believe that it's for. I don't know enough about it to say it's only for young
Well,
people.
we saw the ages of.
Yeah, I don't know if that was only the one limited for
right?
Belize or what, but I do believe that the special athletes, because the Qadir would be, like I said, I better not get into I don't know.
But according to what we know right now, it's not coming to Belize. But I don't like calling disqualify with athletes though.
Neither do I. So, pero vamos a ver qué sucede. Patrick Faber said that he was going to launch a complaint to the Sika people, and it says. He will make an appeal to reverse this at the next meeting of Sika Sports. So, vamos a ver qué sucede.
And talking about that, Emmanuel, the Sugar City Hoops will be having a summer camp. You know, they are a basketball organization, Raul Rosado and the rest of the crew. They will be hosting a summer camp right here in Orange Walk, which should start on the 22nd of this month. The camp will be exclusively for basketball. And because they are a basketball organization, so they're having a basketball camp, which will be held only on Saturdays. Because they were saying that there are many other summer camps during the week, so they don't want to have the kids caught up in more than one at the same time. So they will be doing it on Saturdays at the Orange Walk Multipurpose Complex, between the Orange Walk Multipurpose Complex and the People's Stadium. For kids from 8 to 12 years old, they will learn the disciplines in basketball, fundamentals, how to handle the ball, how to play the ball, how to rally the ball. And today is the deadline for registration.
Is it free or is it you have to?
They need to pay a $5 registration fee just to commit themselves.
What is the maximum of people that they can take?
I think they say we're looking at 75.
That's a lot. That's
75.
good.
And then they will provide all the logistic. All they need to do is to come, a tennis and a short pants.
From what time to what time?
It's going to be from 8 until 12, I believe.
8 until 12.
So what happened is...
Please have breakfast at home. Please have breakfast at home.
And then, the parent need to sign the form and go through it. You could get the form on the Sugar City Hoop page, or you can get it at the People's Stadium. When we mention People's Stadium and the Orange Walk Multipurpose Complex, most people figure it's only for Orange Walk Central, but this is for the entire Orange Walk.
I thought it was only for Orange Walk.
Usually, when people lay back there, say, yes, man, it's for Central. But it's not so, It's open to everybody. And they are taking 75 kids. So, and also, the other gentleman that was there here yesterday, Mr. Cummins, said that this is an opportunity for the Sugar City Hoops to scout your kids as well.
Obviously.
This D1 he determined.
Maybe there's a star just waiting to be born right there.
Right there, So I want to invite everybody to come out to this basketball camp, and it's for boys and girls.
Pues ahí está, jóvenes, si quieres envolverte en este campo veranal y nada más los sábados, esto es para aprender básquetbol y es para chicos y chicas de 8 a 12 años.
Right.
Únicamente los sábados Y te dices, bueno, ¿y por qué solo los sábados? Porque durante el lunes a viernes, pues, hay muchos otros campos de verano. Hay banquitas está haciendo el político está haciendo el otro político está haciendo el otro. Entonces, generalmente lo limitan lunes a viernes. Entonces, ¿qué haces sábado? Pues, sábado puedes ir al campo de verano en Multipurpose Complex, donde vas a poder aprender la disciplina de básquetbol. De 8, como dije, de 8 a 12 mediodía, y solo es un costo de $5 para ingresarte. Tú vas a tener que desayunarte en tu casa, ¿ok? Claro que me imagino que va a haber un refresquito u otro, ¿no? Pero no vayas esperando de que te van a dar desayuno. Y tenemos que decirlo claramente porque, pues, muchas veces hay esta impresión falsa. Bueno, ¿y qué más? Aprender, hay espacio para 75 personas únicamente, así que si es que quieres ingresarte, quieres bajar hay un formulario, dijiste, is there an application form or something? Hay un formulario que es de aplicación, puedes conseguirlo en People's Stadium o
on the Facebook page of the Sugar City Hoops.
La página Face de Sugar City Hoops. Entonces ahí puedes downloadearlo, como dice cierta gente, o bajarlo, ok, lo puedes bajar y lo puedes llenar y asegurarte tu posición en el summer camp. Así que métele ganas.
And also, they will be bringing in coaches from over the country as well, and some of those big basketball players.
Mm-hmm.
Not every week, but in and out, they will be bringing these people so that they can talk to the kids as well. It's not only to be playing basketball; they will have their session where they can sit down and talk and discuss. Yeah. So, and also next week, which is the 15th, they are opening the competition here in Orange Walk, a basketball competition that was held last year, which was very, very successful, and they will be opening that basketball will start next week Saturday. All games are slated to be played at the East Sports Center. In the event of rain, then the multipurpose complex will be ready so that they don't miss no week. They have 2 categories there. I believe it's 18 and under, and then it's 20 and over. How this will work, you get your team from Orange Walk, you have the opportunity to bring in 2-3 other players from out district. No foreigners will be allowed to be in this competition. And also, you can bring people from Orange Walk as well. Orange Walk can bring other persons from different places. If other persons come from different districts and they want to take some players from Orange Walk as well, they can also do that.
Okay.
Right, and then they have a cash prize. First prize is $1,000, and they are looking at a second and third prize so far, plus trophies and medals and everything else that goes with it. And I stand at last year, the competition was very, very good, and I want to make it even better this year.
Okay. Well, I'd just like to quickly do a little recap of
I put it to a piece of waffle, or I should eat by show?
No.
All right. Do your thing then.
Banquita's summer programs.
Do you think, man? I don't feel no way. I still eat all the day. And I still have a piece.
And these are the summer programs that are going to be available at the Banquita's House of Culture, ladies and gentlemen. And kids, because these are meant for kids. On the futuristic side, I just want to tell you that those people at the Banquita's House of Culture and the other the facilitators are working very hard to put up very good summer camps for you guys. So, if you are the ages between 9 and 16, the first program is called the DIY, Do-It-Yourself Arts and Craft. Okay? And it begins July the 24th through to the 28th of July. So, maximum of 20 persons, boys and girls, Monday to Friday, 1 week. In the afternoon, 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. The cost of there's a registration cost of $5 and a $20 per week charge. All you need to bring are your scissors, your glue gun, and snacks for break and other. No, and actually, it says materials to bring: scissors, glue gun, snacks for break, other material included. Okay, all right. So which means that very simply, there's going to be a break, and they're going to be giving you a little bit snack or whatever, but that you don't have to take the boards that will be cutting up and so forth. All you need to do is to take your scissors and your glue gun and stuff, okay? Stuff that are expensive, not expensive per se, but you have to do at your own cost, all right? Which, if you're very interested in it, you might be able to buy it one time and keep it. Not only for this, but keep it for future projects.
It's going to be yours.
It's going to be yours. Do it yourself, arts and craft. The instructor will be Janelli Katzin. Then in the creative modern Latin dance, Mr. Emmanuel Robinson will be doing his thing, and it's going to be a dance camp. A dance camp, okay, for kids 7 to 15 years old, maximum 20 persons, boys and girls, and this starts July 10th through to the 28th, Monday to Friday for 3 weeks, 9 in the morning to 11 in the morning. The cost is $5 registration, $20 per person, and per week, I imagine, or maybe for the entire, it doesn't say. And there's also a $45 charge for material for costume, which means these are the same people who are asked to participate in some sort of dance. So you'll be sewing a costume, okay? This costume will be for you to keep, okay? And that happens, like I said, the 10th of July to the 28th of July. So then you have the Garifuna drumming lessons. Last year they had the Garifuna drum making lessons. So this year they will be utilizing the drums that they made last year, right? So the instructor Josh Arana from Dangriga, I think he's the coordinator of the Dangriga House of Culture, will be here.
Can I put in a little bit there?
Sure.
The learning of playing that Garifuna drum is something very, very needed and something very important.
I get it, but Orange Walk doesn't have any.
Yeah, you cannot find a Garifuna drummer here in Orange Walk. Sometimes some schools are calling me to come to try to see if I can find Garifuna drummers for them to facilitate some of the studies that they have at school, and we can't find none. Sometimes I have groups that comes in and they say, hey, can you find us a Garifuna drummer? There is none. When Nelita has her function, you have to bring them all the way from Belize, sometimes from Danbriga, which is good. But I want to tell you a little bit about Joshua Arana as well. Joshua Arana, the one that will be facilitating that, is a real first-class drummer. He have toured with us in the U.S. and in Europe as well. And he was the original drummer for the Garifuna collectives as well.
Okay,
so
so
he's
I guess
well-versed.
He is the perfect person. So take advantage of this opportunity.
And you don't have to be Garifuna to learn to play the drums, you know. You don't have to be Garifuna to learn to play the drums.
For 6 years and above, maximum 20 persons, boys, girls, and even adults. Okay? $5 registration, and I think it's going to be for 1 week, so you just pay a $15 charge for the week. So $20 gets you.
What date is that one, Emmanuel? The drumming, what date is that?
That is July 10th to the 14th. And
it's like 5 days.
it's, yes, you're right. Then there's also the child stimulation, incorporating objects to stimulate kids. Then instructor Raquelin is going to be back.
Raquelin Nico?
Yes. So, it's cost of $5 registration, $15 per week. It's only for a week, July 10th to the 14th. So kids, take advantage. Well, not kids, but adults actually take advantage of this. And then the drama workshop again by instructor Ms. Beverly Swayze, Florencia Castillo, and Bada. July 22nd is only for 1 day. Cost is free, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's an all-day event. On Saturday, it's a 1 day, July 22nd. Right. And then there's also a quilt making skill workshop. Quilt.
Okay.
And in conjunction with the ladies from Blue Creek, they will be instructions from the Milan community of Blue Creek. It's August 12th, 27th, all ages, open to all ages. It's a Saturday. It's a 1 day thing. $20 per person. Then Mayan language is basic. We have an instructor from Universidad Intercultural de Quintana Roo, so they'll be teaching you basic Maya.
What? Banquitas House of Culture well stacked for this summer?
Yes. Starting the 17th of July to the 28th. Open to all ages, maximum 25 persons, Monday to Friday for 2 weeks. Then there's also a workshop on folkloric dance. Dance instructors from Universidad Cultural de Quintana Roo. So this starts July 17th to the 28th, open to all ages, Monday to Friday for 2 weeks, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And there's a charge of $20 per person. So, guys, kids, take advantage of this. I was quite pleased to speak to somebody during the course of the week who was taking particular interest in finding suitable workshops for her kid. And he goes, I want my kid to be involved in this kind of activity. So I'm inviting you, parents. Les invito, por favor, empiecen a considerar envolver a sus hijos en este tipo de actividad, que quizás quieran envolverse en baile o en drama o en quehaceres, manualidades, para que pues aprendan, se mantengan ocupados, ¿ok? Y que no estén en la casa haciendo nada. ¿Okay? Y es un costo mínimo, así que pues todo indica que sí es positivo. Así que es algo bueno, es algo bueno para los niños envolverse, crear algo, bien baile, manualidades, aprender maya, lo que sea. Tomen ventaja de todo esto. Aparte de los de banquitas, van a haber muchos otros de otros grupos. Generalmente los representantes políticos tienen su propia serie de workshops.
The churches
también, así que take your pick.
Yeah, it's so good that we have all these different disciplines for this summer to keep the kids well occupied, because sometimes when they're not occupied with doing good things, then things go wrong. The police will be having theirs as well. They'll be having their summer camp, but I believe this year they will be taking it to our next district, no? That will be happening. Emmanuel is 4 minutes away from 9 o'clock. It's Thursday. I don't know if it rain outside, but I must say it's a wonderful day being here with you this morning. Always my pleasure, and I always tell you, and I will keep on repeating it, that I always appreciate you as a friend and to be beside you every morning. It's my pleasure doing so.
It is my pleasure indeed. It is my pleasure.
I know we fuss sometime because when I mention something, boy, cha-cha-cha, and all of that kind of thing there, and how you lap your foot, and absolutely, I don't know if you get vexed, I see you just never will say no. I don't know if you get vexed with me or what that the position, but all of that make I appreciate you more. So for you to appreciate me more, then I just continue being myself.
Exactly.
All right?
Yes. Yes.
You're firm on that?
Yes. With me is what they call WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get.
Well, a time for we go, pa.
Yes, a time for we have.
A time for we go.
It's exactly 3 minutes before 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Good Lord, 9 o'clock.
Wake up, bye.
We got this waffle. This waffle, they get cold, man. So, tomorrow's Friday, folks. Tomorrow we'll have Dr. Aleman here with us. He is a psychiatrist. We're talking a little bit more. We're not talking suicide or anything like that. We're talking about the emotional distress some people go through, and what are the causes of those emotional problems. And it's going to be make for a very, very interesting chat tomorrow. And I would like to advise you from now on, if you'd like to participate with your questions, please start drafting out thinking out your positions from now on, because this doctor is a very, very well educated, very smart individual, and above all approachable in all of, when it comes to these kind of questions. Así que les invito mañana a sintonizar a nuestro show. Tendremos el doctor Aleman con nosotros, un psiquiatra aquí con el hospital, pero no te hagas como si te sientes espantado porque es psiquiatra, no quieres hablar acerca de ciertos temas. Con más razón, vamos a estar hablando acerca de la condición emocional de muchas personas y por qué hacemos lo que hacemos y qué lo causa en muchos instantes. Que es, si es alcohol, si es droga, si es nuestro ambiente, lo que sea, qué es lo que nos está causando que estemos tan estresados estos días. ¿Ok? Muy interesante. Así que yo quiero invitarte a escuchar mañana, a ser parte de ello mañana, porque va a estar puesto para un buen show mañana, empezando a las 7. Así que ya son las 9. Flashman?
Hello, good morning. Let's close.
Okay, sí. Les quiero avisar de que el show repite a las 9 de la noche, pero mañana estaremos aquí con ustedes desde las 7 de la mañana. Y aquí deseándoles a todos un feliz día. Reconociendo el trabajo de Morris y de Rahim. Perdón. Y Chequi, muchas gracias. Mi nombre es Emmanuel.
I'm Robert Cheque Usher. And folks, we invite you to join us right here on this station for the 10 to 12 music show. Right here, bringing it live to you right here on Noctavision Channel 10. So if the good Lord so will, myself and Emmanuel will be back with you all tomorrow right here on the Sugar City Morning Show. Although we usually have guests sometimes, but we always do a little opener to bring you the relevant issues. So as I will say, and Emmanuel always finish off the sentence, hasta mañana.
Until we meet again. Hasta luego, se cuidan mucho.